Hey everybody, welcome into this new video. In today's tutorial, let's take a look how we can take advantage of the Google sites in order to create our very first website. So this is something that can help us a lot to us people that we don't have like enough money, or we don't have like the right budget to start working with a website, or we let's say we're just getting started and we don't want to pay for like a lot of stuff here. So let's begin here. In order to continue, what you guys want to do is to go into the site.google.com, and once you are in here, it's going to be asking to sign into your Google account. And as you can see, I'm already in here. So here is my account. I'm already in here, manage your Google account. I just want to focus in here. Now what I want to do is that I can create a new site if I want to. I can go into the blank section. And here what's going to happen is going to be sending me into the untitled section of the Google editor. So here I have the add content. I'm going to hit into next. Here I have the move things around. So what I can do is to organize sites and blocks. If I want to, I can share what I've done so far with someone else, so they can just like import more things into this website. And once we are ready, we can publish that site and see how it's going to be looking at the end of the video. So it's really easy to use this section. If you don't want to start from scratch, you can use a template, but really quick, I'm going to be showing you something really easy. If I clicked into these three elements that appears in here, I can choose different themes. So for example, I do have this one available, like it was just by default. So if I choose, let's say for example, this color is going to be changing depending on the option that I just created. So there you go. So if I go into the custom one, I'm going to go into, let's say, blank. We can add a logo, a banner image. We hit into next. We have some preset colors. Let's say I want to just focus into this free like this. Hit into next. Titles and headings, I'm going to just stick around with something like, for example, this bold is something like more professional, that looks a little bit more professional, for example Verdana, or even this one, and hit into light, for example. And then I'm going to have the body text. Once again, in my case, I do love to have everything on the same font, so I'm going to stick around with this one that was before, hit into light, and go into create my theme. And boom, our theme has been successfully added. So now what I want to do is to change the image that appears in here. So if I go into change image, I want to go into select image. Let's say that I want to create something really easy like this, adjusting the color. So if I go into the remove readable adjustment, it's not going to be looking now my page. Alright, but here for example, I want to change this for my personal blog. And if I want to change the colors on the text, I can do that into this upper side. So for example, I'm going to make this a little bit more with bund here, with some bold, or I can even change the color, but I don't want to do this at the moment. Now if I here have the site logo, I can add a logo, a custom logo if I want to. I can upload an image like this one, for example. Here's going to be appearing to my logo, and here to the alt text, let's say that this is for example Steven's blog here, and then I'm going to go into upload, hit into the X button. This is how it's going to be appearing, Steven's blog, like this. Then what we can add here is into the insert part is the text box, images, and beamed and drive. So I think it's much more easier to add some content blocks. For example, I'm going to be adding this one. Actually, I think like this one is going to be really easy to add. I just need to drag and drop, and there we go. Here is my first, let's say my first post, and here into the edit text I can just go with, hey everybody, this is my first post. Everybody, this is my first post, right? This is my first post. And I'm going to hit into the enter button, and if I click into this plus one, I can upload my own images, or I can go into the section of select an image. I want to go into Google Images, and here I want to go for grading. This is just a keyword that I can use if I don't have any images to upload. So let's say that I want to look for something that can be a little bit more characteristic for myself. So let's say I'm gonna look for this one or even this one. Okay, to insert, and just like that, my image is going to be added automatically. Now, if I go here into pages, I can add different pages, like how I'm just starting to work in here. Here I do have some space and components, the navigation, the images. I do want to only focus into the insert part because I'm just getting started. So here's my first post. If I want to create something like a button or something like that, I'm going to hit into the element of button, name of the button, let's say click here, and here into link, I'm going to be choosing something, just for example, like you hit into Instagram, and I have it clicked here. So I'm going to put it in here, this option, and I'm going to go for a text option. I'm going to go and scroll all my way up and look for text box. So I'm going to hit here, and I'm going to put hit me up on my Instagram. So what I'm going to be doing here is to only choose the real size that I want this text to appear in. So I'm going to be choosing now this one and align this, and I can drag this on the upper side of my image like this. Now if I do this, for example, I can do this backwards the other way like this, and here into this color, for example, or into this text, custom text, here I do have hit me up on my Instagram, and I can just leave it like that. If I want to enter like an image in here, I can once again do some images, upload, or even select, which that would be really much more easier for me. Go into Google Images and tap for, let's say, Instagram, and as easy as that, I'm going to be choosing this one because this one, I think it fits for the theme of my custom website, or in my case this is just a blocked. So once again, what I want to do is to import this image and try to drag this like this, for example. I think it's going to be looking great. Now that I do have everything like successfully done, last thing that I want to add, like almost everybody does, is the inbeamed section. For example, let's say that I have the inbeamed and I can choose an URL, but I'm going to scroll all my way down and look for some social links. If I want to edit like this, I don't want to see it like this, I want to see something different. For example, here the link, I have an image, I want to go into select, I want to go into my photos or Google Images and go for Instagram logo. And if I choose YouTube, I can choose a video of YouTube. Let's say, for example, that this is just a unboxing of iPhone 14. I'm gonna go into the search bar. I'm gonna just select like the first video that I can see here, and I want to import that in here, down in here. Let's say just a little bit more down, like this. And lastly, I'm going to be hitting the text button. I'm going to drag this in here. And lastly, what I can do is to go into publish. Once I hit into publish, it's going to be asking me how does you want this site to be called. So here, let's say I'm going to hit Steven Blog. And if the address is not available, it's going to be appearing into red. So I'm going to hit into a next button, or let's try to use like this and hit into publish. If you want to request public your search engine to not display my site, you can enable that so nobody can see your website. So go into publish, and once you have that published, you want to go into the publish once again, go into get it, return to the editor, which is actually really simple. Go into the copy publish site link. I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to paste it into a new tab, and let's see how it's going to be looking our own personal blog. So there we go. Actually, it looks really great, right? So now what I need to do is to check out the video if it's working. There we go. It looks really great. I'm inside the blog. I'm going to hit the click here, hit me up into my Instagram. The link actually works. And lastly, I'm going to be choosing this one that I think it's really hidden, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to click in. and see if it works. So as you can see, it works. The site, to create a site is really easy. For having a personal blog, it's really simple to do that. And of course, you can import your own custom domain if you want to, if you have already something that you can add. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more information about this great site of Google. Really easy. Hopefully this was a very useful video for you. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck.